All right, it's September 4th, 2013. What are you guys watching right now? I guess you're watching the end of WWE main event. All right, no big deal. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm in a real pissy ass mood tonight, and I have no bones about saying anything about it. But um, you need to watch some old school wrestling to really know what wrestling is all about. Now, I just got done watching a video from 1985 where Sting and David Crockett, or was it Tony Schiavone? I forget, call out Ric Flair. This was from 1985. This is back when Sting, Lex Luger, and Barry Windham were teaming up together to battle the Four Horsemen. And this was back in the good old days. And I have a link in the description box below for you guys to watch this. Again, this is another one of those classic videos from the past, again from 1985. And if you love what you see now in the WWE or TNA or Ring of Honor or whatever you watch, OVW, it doesn't matter. Um, these were the days when wrestling was at its best. And this was with the Sting, with the blonde crew cut, the long little white tail in the back, with the face paint, screaming out to the fans. And it was with Ric Flair with the long blonde, bleach blonde hair, the high flying, styling, profiling, Space Mountain. You know, had his four horsemen at his side. And again, this was the days when professional wrestling was like number one. I mean, NWA number one. 1985. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, wrestling in the WWE 1985 had the first WrestleMania, the first ever WrestleMania was great. But prior to WrestleMania with the WWF, I should say, was the NWA. Now, if you think about this, Vince McMahon took the WWE and created WrestleMania in 1985. But there was already great professional wrestling in the NWA. You couldn't get any better than that. And this is where Vince sort of took wrestling to another level. But prior to that, NWA stuff, man, guys, it was great. Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, against Barry Windham, Sting, and Lex Luger. This is when Lex Luger was in his prime. I mean, he just came out of professional football. I believe he played for the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe, and didn't go very far with them. So went into professional wrestling, and he was built to the hilt. He had the 8-pack abs. He had that just stigma that it was unbelievable. And if you never saw it, you're missing out on it. And this is just another video that I'm doing that will bring everybody back to worldwide wrestling in the past. Such great matches way back when. And I know we can't relive the past, but you know something? For the new YouTubers, the new YWCers that are involved in TNA and WWE that never saw what wrestling was like way back when, there's a link in the description box. Watch it. It was a promo with Sting, and Ric Flair came in with his manager James J. Dillon, and then all hell broke loose. We saw Barry Windham, we saw Lex Luger, we saw Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. This was back when wrestling was just like, it was the ultimate. It was the ultimate days of professional wrestling. And, you know, nothing taken away from the present day WWE, but when you had the NWA, you had the AWA, you had the WCCW, you had the WWF. That's back when wrestling was great. We had territorial wrestling. That's where, you know, you had champions from each territory. And that's when there was a lot of controversy. That's when everybody was talking about which champion was better than the other. But now we have the WWE, we have TNA. Vince pretty much took care of all the other territories. He bought them all out for the most part. And the ones he didn't buy out, he made sure they died out because they could no longer afford to compete. And it's a shame. And as far as like the WCCW went with the Von Erichs, that was a catastrophe because all the Von Erichs just seemed to have some sort of, I don't know what it was, but it was ill-fated for all of them. And it was a sad thing, a sad time in wrestling history because one by one of the Von Erichs just slowly went away, and it's unfortunate. But again, watch this video, watch the link in the description box. Again, Sting against Ric Flair. It's a promotional advertisement which led up to bigger and better things. It's great. That's what things were back then. I mean, awesome, man. It was totally awesome. There's a lot of guys out there on YouTube that can totally respect this video and totally will like it. Peace out, everybody. Sean's View. Take a hint from the Iceman. These are the things you need to do. Peace out, everybody.